Hello, 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 and welcome, 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 my Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising Sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon to new moon. Next, we are looking at, I've got my info flipped around there. The full moon is actually Tuesday, the 12th of November. It is a full moon in Taurus. Pardon me. The new moon in Sagittarius is actually the next Tuesday, the 26th, sorry, two-week period, not the next Tuesday, but I don't know, I just don't remember that working out that way, where the waxing or waning phase begins and ends on the same day of the week. Just don't remember that happening before. It seems really obvious that there's something Mars-oriented there. Anyway, whatever that is, I'm sure we'll see as we go. Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio and all of that. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, and really glad to be doing this now because I have a date tonight. I'm going to go see Downton Abbey, the lovely Aquarian. Looking forward to that. A couple of things before we dive in. First of all, subscribers. Second of all, I should say. But to my newbies, please do like and subscribe. And to my subscribers, thank you so very much. Getting closer to the 1,000 subscriber thingy so that I can do super live chat. Again, I don't know why I'm supposed to do super live chat, but my guides are like, you'll have so much fun, you'll help so many people, and maybe make some coins. So that sounds delightful. Another thing to consider, by the way, is that this is a general read. It may not resonate for everybody because it can't resonate for everybody because everybody's everybody, right? Every Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising sign, right? No. But this is why I always do Sun, Moon, Rising signs when I'm doing a zodiacal read, a read involving the 12 signs of the zodiac, right? So you can take what works. Even if 25% of the reading clicks for you, take that in. It's a piece of the puzzle. It's a clue on the mystical path, right? So do check your other signs. What else? Oh, all the decks that I'm reading are in the description box below at the bottom, but do check out my description box. I've got links in there to my 2 ebooks, Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch and Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. And yes, I am a professional witch. Why? Because this is what I do for a living. Natch. Cool. What else? I thought there was something else. Oh, yes, please remember to breathe. I'm clearing out a little bit of a head cold. You can tell. Try not to over-medicate myself on stuff when I do the readings, but it's pretty much on its way out. I've definitely been taking care of myself, drinking lots of water, doing lots of healing work on myself. So breathing is really important. When we breathe, we're inhaling all of the good stuff that the divine wants for us, right? It wants us to take in, right? All the grace, the chi, the prana, call it what you want, but not one big inhale is going to give you everything you'll ever need forever, right? It's just for the moment, just for the now. And in the exhale, we let go of that which no longer serves. But again, not all at once, just little by little. And it's helping me keep a better pace with these readings because the energy has been so high for these. Let's see what I mean. Pardon me. Pardon my cough. That's why I'm going to drink some water as I go. It's not Pinot Grigio. It's pure filtered water. And I love cobalt blue glass. That's my jam. So, and I studied Ho'oponopono with Dr. Phelan. If you're not familiar, then you may not know about blue solar water. Go check it out. So yeah, I think that's it. If something else pops up, they'll let me know. Otherwise, let's get into this gig. We're gonna pull one Caroline Mace archetype card, which will be the dominant card for the deck, sort of like the main focus. Every other card that we pull from the remaining 5 decks will be in clarifying of that. Cool. Yum. Breathe. And my guides are saying also you're coughing because you're breathing so deeply. It's like, I get it. The worst is over, though. This is just trailing off. Here we go. There you are, my collective pantheons of angels, gods, goddesses, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card, one dominant archetype for this Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign for this full moon to new moon next? What do they need? What do they need? What archetype do they need to either alchemize within themselves or deal with in another person or situation in this waning phase for November? Ooh, the Liberator. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And this is the thing I forgot to say that reminded me while I was shuffling. This is a what do I need read, right? This is nothing more and really nothing less than asking the divine, well, what do I need? But it does take a certain amount of humility to even ask a question, because we think we know what we need. We may know what the ego wants, right? We may know what the personality is starving for, but what do we really need, right? Sometimes understanding, sometimes grace, sometimes forgiveness, sometimes healing. But to go to the divine through a divination system, and with humility saying, okay, I don't know. Not humiliation, humility. There's a huge difference. Oh my gods, grant me the grace of humility to know that I do not know what I need, but I'm willing to be shown, to grow, to heal, to learn, to be the best that I can be. What do I need? That's what these readings are for. So, you know, they're not predictive. It's really more of a spiritual growth kind of thing. And with the Liberator archetype, you couldn't ask for better in these times, whether this is you that you are dealing with, right, your own patterns of liberation, shadow and light, lead and gold, or the situations that you'll be dealing with are about liberation, or perhaps you are dealing with somebody who is a liberator or in need of liberation, right? So let's read these. The shadow attribute, the leaded aspect. Imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, which is like so going on all over the planet right now. Ignoring legitimate constraints, right? So it's like, I will free you, but at a price. Now you must be my slave. That's not great, right? That's not fun. And ignoring legitimate constraints, right? Saying, well, go ahead, just burn their house down. You don't have to break the law to be free, right? You don't have to be toxic to be free. So keep an eye that there are legitimate constraints. In other words, legitimate what? Boundaries, right? Legitimate things that we're holding back. For example, when we decide to be truthful, honest, in alignment with our truth, right? You know, it's like, well, I am feeling like I want to rip your fucking eyes out, but I will heal that within myself. There is a legitimate constraint. I will free myself from that tendency by loving what rises within me, but my conduct with you, we are going to keep that behind the castle wall and only give you the very, kindness, right? At the very basis, kindness, even though I might want to just set you on fire. Within, that's okay. I love you. That's never about the person you want to set on fire. It's about past stuff. You know, the more we blame, the more unhappy we become. So to withdraw your blame and saying, I don't necessarily know that the way this person is acting is what's making me unhappy or making me feel constrained. But there are legitimate constraints here that need to be dealt with. So I'm going to leave why I'm unhappy as a mystery and just move on from myself, right? That's a liberator, liberating yourself, because you can't have unhappiness without blame. So when you go, well, okay, what do I need? Let me see this differently. Maybe this person, place, situation is not the source of my unhappiness or to blame for my unhappiness, right? And then that liberates you. The light attribute. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. So this is really more about the mind for the most part. And they want me to clarify that just because you withdraw blame from a person, place, or thing because of your own unhappiness, that doesn't mean that you ignore your intuition, that you ignore your truth, right? That you're liberating yourself from something, my Cancerians. And there is something here about belief patterns, absolutely negative thought patterns going on here, freeing yourself, someone else, or a situation allowing you to do that, which is really good for waning moon, right? New moon to full moon to new moon next. Let's get some clarifiers here. My angels, healing with the angels oracle, Doreen Virtue. Please, one card in clarity, my angels. For this Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising sign, what do they need this full moon to new moon next, considering the Liberator archetype from the collective pantheons? Ooh, well, celebration. So, yeah, breathe. That there is something to be celebrated in this, even though for some of you, actually a lot of you, this was really, really rough. That you're freeing yourself from something very toxic, and though the pain is still there, there is something really foundational here to be celebrated within you. Now, I'm not sure if you are the one who's doing the liberating or someone has liberated you. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Which usually means someone has walked away or something has ended. But if you were feeling trapped, if you were feeling enchained, E-N-C-H-A-I-N-E-D, if you were feeling enslaved, there's something to be celebrated here. The angels see it, you might not. Particularly with a waning moon, right? It's like shit blows up, it wanes, it passes away. So let's ask the goddesses what they feel about that. With the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, please, my goddesses, breathe. One card in clarity, there we go, for this Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising sign. Why are you giggling? Sun, moon, rising sign for this full moon to new moon next. What's going on here with this Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising? Considering there's the Liberator and celebration on the table, what say you, my goddesses? Four of Pentacles, security. It's like you've got your own security in this. You can break free, right? You can liberate yourself from this. You're good. Whoever it is that you're dealing with, it's like the goddesses are saying, you've got Four of Pentacles. You've got security. Hold on to what's yours. Walk away from what isn't. Radio clear, right? Just like pure. That this Four of Pentacles, that your well has not run dry. No one has drained your well. It's fine for you to want to protect it. But that Liberator in you is saying, no more. I am not dealing with this anymore. I've got my own. Thank you very much. Not the Nine of Pentacles, but you know that your source of supply will never run dry as long as you're living, right? And so there is something financial here. There is something about maybe someone making you feel insecure. Lies, deceptions. I was a lot on this card for 4. And so liberating yourself from a toxic situation, and really something to celebrate. It's like crossing the finish line of your own spiritual growth and development. Let's ask the gods what's going on here. Whew. Yeah, no, there's a liberation from something really toxic here, and there's money and security involved here. But that you need to know that, you know, Cancerians, you're the side of the crab, you're always at home. Do you feel at home? Do you feel secure in your own skin? That might be as the result of you feeling enchained and enslaved to something toxic. Let's ask the gods. Ooh, tingle in my crown chakra. Oh, I feel that. Wow, it's like my scalp's moving. All right, my gods, I'm ready. Breathe. Please, one card in clarity for this Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising sun. What's going on here? We've got the Liberator, the celebration, and the card of security. The Empress. The Empress. Then we're not doing reversed cards here. So the Empress being the culmination or the amalgamation of all of the queens in the tarot, the divine masculine is saying, here, you are full, you are fruitful, you hang on. Whatever it is or whoever it is you are being liberated from or liberating you from, right? Like you're saying, that's it, I'm done. There were some illegitimate constraints here. There was definitely something going on here in the shadow, maybe your own, maybe somebody else's, something sneaky going on, and the gods are saying you are full. You are pregnant with potential. You have everything that you need within you, right? You are Demeter. This is the goddess Demeter, goddess of the earth, one of my 12 gods in my pantheon. Well, I have more than 12 gods, but there are 12 thrones, but she's the only one who sits in the throne of Taurus. So your values, you're good, you're solid. Do you have shit to heal? Who the fuck doesn't, right? But this process of you liberating yourself to know that you're good, you're solid. If there is somebody vampiric trying to steal your shit, codependent, narcissistic, have at it, you know, do your research perhaps. But this sense of liberation, of throwing off chains of enslavement, of something toxic, that there's something here to celebrate, but that really, it's so funny, the goddess, the divine feminine, if you will, is saying, you know, you've got, God bless the child that's got his own, you got your own. And it's sort of like the gods are backing that up, saying not only do you have your own, but you are the Empress, right? You have, again, we're not talking about gender here, we're talking about a fertility, a wealth, a pregnancy, and of course a great power of love that perhaps has been, pardon me, constrained. Breaking out of that shit. Let's ask Wow, Mercury retrograde with the tail end of a head cold. Great fun. Breathe, my masters. There you are. Please, one card in clarity with the Chuck Spizzano love pack. A problem card, a luck card, a healing card, or a grace card. Please, what is this Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising sign dealing with this full moon to new moon next, considering the collective pantheons are talking about the Liberator, the Angel's celebration, the Goddess Four of Pentacles security, the Gods, the Empress, major Arcana card. That was an entire half of the deck. Please, my masters, one more time. That felt really clunky. One card, please, for this Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising sign. Manipulation. Knew it. Someone's been manipulating you. Someone's been pulling your strings, and I'm not feeling like you're the one who's doing it. The Liberator, you're going to cut some strings. Manipulation comes in so many forms. Passive aggression, lies, deception, subterfuge, sabotage. And therein, whoever this is, it's about money and wealth. It just is. It's the Four of Pentacles, and you're trying to like hold on to your own. You might be dealing with a vampiric situation here, someone who is manipulating to you, lying to you, pulling your strings to get what they want. Cut the strings. Cut them out. Now look, why do I say that with such fervor? Fervor? The words they give me. Is because this is exactly Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Really seeing things for what they are. Seeing the hidden mysteries revealed. And waning moon, right? Full moon to new moon next. Bringing you to the new moon in Sagittarius, which is about expansion. And by that point, Mercury will be going direct. I think it goes direct on the 20th, right? So 6 days before. Really huge opportunity here for you. But really, have a look-see-duck-see. Cut people out who are really outmoded, right? Outmoded. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, right? That there are thoughts in here, and those thoughts and beliefs may well be based on lies of manipulation. Like someone says, you can trust me, I swear. You can trust me, and you can't. You can't. And releasing negative thought patterns, right? Like perhaps they've been manipulating you by making you feel lesser, projecting their own lack of self-worth, their own guilt, their own shame onto you in order to keep you under their thumb. It happens. Now look, if this isn't your reading, you know this by now, so I'm sorry. It's not your reading. Go check your other signs. This may be just for like one or two other people, but this is really what's coming through very clearly. So let's ask the higher selves of all involved with a whisper of love. Pardon me. Oracle. Breathe. The higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity. For this Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising sign, what do they need for this full moon to new moon next, considering the Liberator, celebration, and my God, that celebration card, every time I lay another card down and I go back to that, it's like more of a celebration, that sense of freedom, right? With that Four of Pentacles, security, the Empress, and manipulation, please, the higher selves of all involved, one card in clarity. Ask for help. Really important. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. That you might need help cutting this person out of your life, or you might need help getting ready to cut this person out of your life. Counseling, therapy, a strategist, a friend, a confidant, someone that you can keep things in confidentiality while you extricate yourself or kick this person out of your life. Look, if it's in the divine plan that you're supposed to get back together, and again, this does not have to be romantic, sexual, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but there's somebody manipulating you. Could be covert narcissism. Ask for help. Covert narcissism, overt narcissism, it's obvious abuse, right? It's just obvious you're being abused. Covert, they're sneaky. They play at being humble. It's like, no, there's nothing special about me. But there's a toxicity in them, their own lack of self-worth. They have to put you down so that they feel better. I grew up with it. I didn't know what it was until recently, but once I saw it, Archangel Michael chainsaw action. Just the Archangel chainsaw massacre, right? Cut a lot of people out of my life, never felt better. Am celebrating. I can resonate with this because it is liberating, but you can't do this on your own, and nor should you. Though you are secure, and God bless the child that's got its own, call, ask for help of your gods, of your angels, of your masters, of your friends, of your family, but those you can trust. This needs to be done in confidentiality. Because a manipulator that you are freeing yourself from. I don't feel like you're the one being manipulative. I feel like you're the one being manipulated here because you do care. You're a Cancerian. You are empathic. You are warm. You are caring. But this person, place, or thing that you are dealing with is pulling your strings like crazy. Perhaps sob stories that may be true but are augmented. Something feels very toxic here. So let's do a review. You've got the Liberator to remind you in the shadow, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. Have you been ignoring legitimate constraints? Has this person been crossing boundaries, toxic behavior, putting you down, right? Something unhealthy. That's a legitimate constraint. It's like, no, you may not do that, right? So your own self-worth is evolving here, your own self-love. Light attribute, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, and the people who hold them if they are not willing to heal. And with that comes what? Celebration. Celebration. It's like a graduation ceremony. It's like you're leveling up. You graduated. You beat the boss on that level, and now you're going up to the next level. And with your own security, watch your bank. Do not give this person any more money, and if not money, anything that is valuable that you consider part of your securities, even if that's your time. And if you are living with them, keep an eye on your shit, that they might be stealing shit from you. Just keep an eye on it. Because the Empress you are, now I get this so much more. You are this Cancerian, loving, warm, tender, but perhaps your boundaries need to be reset. That there's no such thing as an Empress enslaved or enchained. That you have this love, this power, this wisdom inside of you. You are the culmination of all the four queens in the tarot. You are worthy of much better than that, particularly better than being manipulated. Now look, it doesn't mean that a shadow Empress can't be manipulative, but that's not what I'm getting here. I feel like you are warm and tender and giving and just want to be loved. Everybody say love, love. Gotta love yourself, because if you don't, how the hell are you gonna love anybody else? When it feels like you're in process of that. But look, don't beat yourself up. If there was manipulation here that you didn't see, well, then that's the liberation, right? But by all means, ask for help, even if it's to your own higher self, right? Having an eat, pray, love moment in the bathroom. I mean, everybody knows the movie, but have you read the book? The book is genius. On audiobook, it's actually Elizabeth Gilbert reading her own words. It's fat. She's so cool. I still love her. I haven't read her other books, but I really love that. It was a life changer for me. So maybe you do need to go through a little bit of I wouldn't call it a dark night, but a trip to the underworld really quickly to just like, okay, what the fuck are we going to do? Ask for help. Cut the ties that bind. Free yourself. And God bless the Empress that has her own. Cool. Well, may the Cancerian collective, sun, moon, rising, signs, be blessed with all they need, all the liberation and freedom they need as they celebrate their own security and their Empress nature, as they cut out manipulation while asking for help, that they may grow, heal, learn, become the best that they can be, and fulfill their role in the divine plan for the well-being of all. Breathe. And so it is. I wish you the very, very best and the very, very blessed of this new moon to full moon for November 2019. Reach out. Info on how to contact me is in the description box below. If you need to ask for help, I am here to help, and I'm a fucking expert at this shit. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.